Anybody to do anything, that's how you make money. Lucrative. Yeah, I can tell you that your lawn's messed up and I'll make you buy grass. It's fine, but you can't bring it home to your family and manipulate them the same way, or your friends.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's tough. It really is. But if you can control it, and then when you leave work, leave with a clear mindset and go home to your family, your wife, your kids, your dogs, your cats, whatever you got. If you can bring that home with you, leave it at the door, right? Mm-hmm. You can be very good. But as a bartender, it's tough to do.
Oh, okay.
It's very tough, because when you come home, you feel defeated after talking to all. You need to understand in this industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are dealing with alcoholics, right? I mean, not many people in Dodge County go to the bar to have fun. They come because they're miserable.
Yeah, sure.
And then you bring that home, everything they talked about. You don't want to hear your wife. You don't want to look at your dogs.
Gotta be able to detach.
Yeah, you have to detach when you walk through the door.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go to the bar. I look at my wife. Don't talk to me. I need like 15 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
And she knows that, which is fine. That's why I fell in love with her. I mean, it is what it is, but...
It's awesome. I think I have a career path that I'm trying to pursue into sales. And people ask me why I'm taking the path I'm taking.
Okay.
So I started out in the warehouse, and then order selecting, and then I loaded trailers, and then I went out into the yard and I started staging trailers, and then I got my CDL, and now I'm delivering those cases. And then the next step would be to get into sales, to now sell those cases.
Okay.
And a lot of guys ask me, why would you go that route? None of any of those steps has anything to do with sales. Why not just apply to be a sales rep? And my answer to that is, I don't personally have that skill set to where I can just take a product and sell the product. But what I can do with what I've learned from working all these positions is I can sell the service, because I've worked every single position of that service. And so the idea being that that's the advantage I would have over other sales reps, because they're not going through that process of really learning those positions and meeting the people who work them. They can just sell the product, which I can learn once I start selling the product.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's huge, man. Really learning the whole process before you become that is big. It's sometimes like just taking a jump, and maybe you fall into the right position, I'd feel. But you took the steps. You really can't lose.
It's the idea.
That's the idea. Can you lose? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Will you? Probably not, because you took the steps. Yeah, I would agree that was the route to take. I didn't take that route. Somehow I just got annoyed with life and became a salesman. But yeah, I mean, you can't argue facts, and everything you just said was 100% accurate.
I just feel in that industry by itself, having delivered for almost a year now, I've realized that a lot of these customers, there's like 3 or 4 other distributors that we're competing with.
Okay.
And I'll meet they'll come to customers will order from multiple places.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And I will drop off my stuff and I'll look at their stuff and I'll be like, we sell all the same things. So when a guy comes to me and says, why can't you just sell our product? Another argument I have is everybody else has our product too. I mean, yellow onions are yellow onions. You can buy it from me, A, B, or C.
Correct.
So what's going to make the sale? The service provided.
The service provider.
And the rep that you're working with.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's the same thing in the bar industry, though. I can go with... I'm not going to name,
Sure.
I can go with A, B, or C. I can go with Tom, Dick, or Harry. A Miller Lite's a Miller Lite.
Yeah.
It's the same industry, but who's going to come in and work good? Because I watch my bar and B comes in and messes up my whole night because they don't know what they're doing and they can't keep an employee. Or I go with A because it's done.
Yeah.
I mean, common sense is common sense. That's where we have to go here. In business, logistics is logistics. Mm-hmm. Logic is logic. Money is money, right? Correct.
So if you're running your own bar, how would you do it differently than how you've experienced it?
I would say less, do more.
Like what?
All right, let's go this route. Okay. If I owned a bar, correct?
Yep.
And it was mine.
Yours.
I would hire a bar manager.
Don't worry about that.
That actually did her job. Mm-hmm. Right? And I would ignore the rest of it.
You know what? 100% with you on that.
Yeah, I would just own the... If the check's cut... I really don't care. If everything's paid for, that's what you get paid for. Mm-hmm. If you're paid to be a bar manager, handle it.
Yeah.
Talk to me if something crazy happens. Someone gets stabbed in the bar or something crazy, a weird situation. Then call me.
Okay. Yeah, but you're the business owner, so you're going to take that, you're going to invest in your other games that you're playing too, right? Maybe you own multiple bars or, whatever. I do feel like if you're a business owner, but I feel like also right off the bat, you wouldn't be able to do the manager right away. There's got to be a point of time where you're running that bar yourself to attract people to work there, or do you feel like you could just get the people there immediately?
I can have 5 bartenders right now.
Yeah?
That would come work for me. Yeah, absolutely. I've been in the industry for a long time, so let's just use for Dodge County purposes, I buy the Barrel House.
Okay.
You know how fast I'd have that place employed? I just don't have the overhead for it technically right now.
Okay.
Would I like to own a bar someday? Absolutely, because I feel like it would be lucrative.
Really?
Can I do it right now? Absolutely not. You know what I can do? Explore the world, see things, enjoy my life.
Tell me about that.
Okay, so, I made a decision recently to buy a mobile home, 2-bedroom mobile home.
Nice.
I'm gonna take that out west. I'm gonna go see what Colorado, Montana, South Dakota, Oregon, Washington. I'll probably snowboard down to Cali. whatever happens. And wherever I end up, I end up. Okay. I might end up back here because I already paid off my living here.
Yeah.
It's paid for. So I'm going to go explore and see what the better choice in life is for me. Maybe it's bartending. Maybe I shouldn't stop bartending. But what if there was something else?
Totally.
If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk,
Yeah.
That's a real topic of my discussion. But there's just got to be something else, man.
Well, yeah, there's always something else, and you're established enough as a bartender where you always have that as a backup. So taking a leap to go down different paths I'm all for it. That's awesome.
Why? Well, why wouldn't I? If I
You
can,
were scared.
I can, huh?
You were scared.
Oh, I was.
You get content where you are.
Yeah, I did. I gained a sense of being content,
Yep.
and it just wasn't enough, man. I could have did better, you know?
Yeah.
You can always do better.
Some people will just struggle right through it.
But that hurts. And us as humans, man, it doesn't feel good to struggle. Why don't you just be happy instead of content?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I'm kind of mixed on it, though. I like the idea of building something locally where you are and having an established place, right? But there's also a part of me who would go off and travel, but that was in pursuit of my mom, who did live that traveling nomad lifestyle. And I remember back in the day, it really seemed appealing to me. But then once I went out there and like got to see what it was like, I'm not gonna say that lifestyle's bad, but I had such a disdain for it because of the separation it caused.
Sure, yeah.
That, you know, that's really what brought me back to Wisconsin. Like, I'd go there and I'm hanging out with her, and then I'm realizing, like, this is what you chose over, you know, what it could have been if you hadn't made some of these choices. And kind of just left, like, I'm going to do what I think you should have done, because that's what I think that's what my life was missing. So I put an emphasis on that being the most important. So ideally right now, what I'm trying to do is build something, establish a ground. I have full intentions on traveling later in life, which seems to be the opposite of what a lot of people want to do. Like, a lot of people say travel when you're young, you don't have any responsibilities, yada, yada, yada. My perspective is get those responsibilities, pay them off, and have them there, and then go travel.
Well, and that's exact. You're not wrong, because I don't have a bucket list. I did everything when I was young. You can't really name something besides the West Coast that I've done. I've flown through LAX. I've flown through Japan. I've been to the Philippines. I've been to Canada. I fished. I've done enough.
Yeah.
To be content, right? But I haven't seen everything.
No.
So am I content? Sure. I could absolutely die tomorrow, and I'd probably rest in hell, but you know, if God met me at the gates, that'd be cool. If he's real, I don't know, but
Yeah.
I feel like there's things that I haven't done that I don't understand that aren't on the bucket list.
Sure.
Things that I could put on that list. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the only thing I have to do right now is take every life experience I have
On the road
and
with
go
you.
find it, man.
Yeah.
What do you... It's not like I'm doing much in Dodge County. Oh, what are we doing out here, bud? I mean, we're successful. Obviously, we're here, right?
Yeah.
But is there more? I don't know.
Definitely. There's nothing wrong with traveling out, and I'm not arguing against, you know, what point in your life is good to travel. I think in general it's good to do.
Yeah, but you're probably more experienced in the fact that you understand that you should handle your business before you just take the dip.
Venture off.
I think you're exactly right on that.
It's funny is, like, I just wanted to be like, I wouldn't say I'm experienced, but what's interesting is I did experience somebody not doing that, and it negatively affected me. So I guess that's kind of the same. That's the same thing.
So you're saying like they didn't live their life and you would have rather seen them live their life? The opposite effect of what we're...
No. So when you first mentioned that I experienced what traveling around, right? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, what I'm saying is I've experienced traveling around.
Yeah.
Been all over the world, man. I've been in a 3 rollover car crash. I've worked in 17 different departments of I've just seen it. I know what life is, but I don't know what life isn't.
Right.
I need to find that out. I need to find my happy place instead of my content place, which is where my first argument comes up. I don't know that, not argument, but
I get what you're
conversation.
saying. Your point.
I'm content, sure. Am I broke? No. Am I happy?
There's always room to be more.
Correct.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going viral on TikTok. I got a beautiful wife. I got 3 beautiful dogs, a house, a camper. I'm moving out west. What? I'm content.
It's good.
I gotta go Gilmore mode. I
So
need my happy place.
So what are your thoughts on that 2-Day Presents producer?
Yeah, let's talk about 2-Day Presents. Let's
Yeah.
give him a shout out.
Yeah.
This man literally reached out to me after the
Let's go through the whole back. Let's start off. You started TikTok, right?
yeah, correct.
So what's your video process?
So I just started scrolling through TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I find this guy, he's just got a vibe to him. He's like, let's make magic.
Is he the first one?
No, the girl with the blue hair was the first one, I think. I've been rapping with every producers and telling my followers to tag me until someone noticed me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think 3 videos in with 2-Day, he hit my line.
Oh, okay.
And now I have his personal phone number, and I got a location out in New York. So for the price, I can produce an album. But I don't think when I told, like I said, when I told people in this area, Dodge County, that I rapped,
Mm-hmm.
I brought back that energy. Oh yeah, we rap. You too? Yeah. All right. Well, 12 days in out of my 365 days challenge, because I was doing 365 days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Day 12, he hit my line. I'll produce your album. Stop rap. That's exclusive.
Yeah.
I stopped rapping. It only took me 12 days to get noticed by a New York producer.
Sure. So what do you like about his beats?
I like his energy, his flow, his real like the way he introduces it.
I've watched a couple of them. He's welcoming for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
he's got a great
He encourages you.
let's make magic.
Let's do something
That's
together.
that's the line.
Yeah.
Let's make magic. Let's do it. Then I'm rapping, you know? The other girl, she hasn't noticed me. That sucks. But we actually made some cool songs together. A couple tracks, 2 of them, I think. And she said, duet me and make a track. I said, say less. I rapped on it.
Yeah.
And it brought you that Drake Beyonce feel. It brought you that on the 2-Day Presents first beat. He told me you sound like J. Cole. That's my favorite rapper, bro. I mean,
I'm not savvy with the that industry, so I don't personally know who these people are, but it's cool that you sounded like somebody that inspires you.
Well, yeah,
That's the point, right?
I literally watched J. Cole in person on my birthday and cried.
Yeah,
That's my favorite.
That's your connection with him.
Hey, I'm a real person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I cried at a grown man.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was there. But when he told me that, I knew it made a connection. When he told me I sounded like J. Cole, I just felt like that was the producer to work with. He told me to stop rapping and work with him. Mm-hmm. That's all it took, man. I mean,
So is that where you're at right now then?
yeah.
So what happens next? Like when somebody finds you and they want to produce your music and they ask you to stop. So what happens? What's now?
Writing.
So you're writing stuff.
It's all a pen game right now.
Okay.
It's creating rhymes.
Do you have music already? Or do you apply... So, like, what comes first? The music or the lyrics?
For me, the lyrics. Because I can apply lyrics to any beat.
Ah, okay.
But I have to feel the beat. I probably got 200, 300 songs laying around, but I never heard a beat for them. They're just lyrics. If I hear a beat, I can apply a lyric to it. It's a tough process mentally to think about, man. You know.
So how long does the writing game last then?
Until you get writer's block.
Okay.
That's the hard thing. When you run out of words.
Been there.
You gotta be a dictionary.
It happens all the time.
All the time, man. Absolutely.
Especially, like, you know, even when you're doing something like this, you can just hit a lull in conversation, be out of words, not even know what to say.
Well, it's just when you press somebody with something that's interesting and stimulate their mind, you actually have to think, and then you run out of vocals.
Yeah, that is true.
Super true.
But I've been in spots where, like, I'll be like, oh, okay, what are we talking about now?
What's next, man? That's the greatest question ever, though. What's next? But yeah, I mean, what's
I'm just curious though, like, you know, he reached out to you. He wants to make magic with you.
Well, that sounds weird, but
you're writing, and then, you know, how does recording with him and traveling out west coincide?
Correct. So basically what we're looking at is 8 tracks, right? Not an 8-track, but you know,
keep it classy.
8 songs. I'm gonna go 8 beats. He's gonna produce for me exclusive, and we won't discuss numbers out here. I'm gonna cut him a check, and once I get done going out there, I'll scoot back through to see my family, and then go out to New York and record.
Okay.
But those 8 beats, I will exclusively own if I produce something. Let's say I pop. Excuse me.
You're fine.
Acid reflux, man. It's crazy. Let's say I produce one banger out of 8 tracks, right? One song that's a Jack Harlow classic, and I own the exclusive rights to the beat. It was worth $3,400. Back to our investment topic, right? Mm-hmm. So if I can rap, if my presence is a gift rapping, you know?
Yeah.
Funny. But the return would be insane.
We're actually just catching that.
You
now.
just caught that. My presence is gift rapping. Yeah. No, I got bars, bro. I got bars, buddy.
Yeah.
But,
Gotcha.
If it returned, do you know how amazing that'd be?
Yeah. It would be super awesome to have a passion project work out that way, even if it's just a return of the initial investment. It doesn't even have to be huge.
Well, just even sitting down with you on this podcast, I couldn't even, like, I just want to see everybody succeed, you know?
I totally agree.
I don't want to see any negatives in life. I just want, let's make magic. You seeing his vibe, bro?
Sure.
That's my vibe right now. And that's why I quit my job.
I do... Yeah, man.
I want to do what I want, bro.
I do feel like negatives are required, though, to get to that higher ground. Like, you go through that struggle, you learn that discipline, you learn the skills you need, and then you can apply those and grow and become very successful.
I would agree, but imagine if you already did it.
without the struggle,
there is no positive. Absolutely. There's nothing.
okay.
You got to go through it. You have to.
Like I say, you got to cut that check and take that risk on those 8 tracks, knowing that, hey, maybe nothing's going to happen.
Correct. You also have to take a punch in your mouth to learn how to fight.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a 100% right on the negatives. You need them. But what if you got past them? What if you were ready to be successful?
Oh, yeah, totally agree. And you would never know unless you took that chance.
You have to jump.
Yeah.
You can't skydive without a plane. I mean, we're using a lot of...
You can cliff jump.
You could base jump.
Yeah.
But you can't skydive.
That's true.
I'm just... We're taking a lot of... It's not an onion. We're taking a lot of euphemisms here, but this is real in this topic of conversation.
Yeah. And the thing that I've been trying to do is to encourage people to do that, to take those jumps. And not get bogged down by too many negatives in life, especially if it comes down to, where you're living and you find yourself in a position where like, yeah, I mean, things are good, but I don't feel that personal satisfaction.
Yeah.
If you don't
can
feel
I do
it,
better?
Yeah.
That leads all back to that.
If you don't feel that, then whatever you're doing, I don't think is what you're supposed to be doing. I'm not sitting here telling you not to travel. All I'm saying is I'm not traveling because what I'm doing right now brings me satisfaction.
So you would consider yourself happy in life? You're happy with your job, you're happy with your life, you're happy with this?
I'm happy with doing this podcast.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely.
I'm happy with the potential, what I'm working towards at work, but I also know that it might not work out.
So wouldn't that be content?
I don't see it as being content unless I get to that point where it doesn't work out and then I stop trying to grow. Like, let's say I get to that point to where I'm supposed to have those sales talks, and the idea is that I get into sales, right? That would continue my growth. But I get there and it doesn't happen. Now I'm sitting there and I still work there. When now the purpose of working there is gone, because right now the purpose of doing all these things is to get to that position and get that kind of experience.
And then you're moving negatively. At that point.
Where it doesn't work out, or when I get into sales?
No, when you get to that point where it's not working out.
Yeah.
You're now moving negatively.
That's when changes would happen.
Then change would happen. Correct. Yeah, I can't disagree with anything you've said, man. I'm pretty intellectual person. I like this conversation. I like this, man.
Like, if
on
you
cam.
Yeah, right. If you've already reached that point and traveling's what you got to do, then go fucking do it, dude. Don't let anybody tell you not to. And to those who are scared to, or find themselves sad to let people go, do their thing. It can be tough to lose friends and family to traveling ideas or anything in general.
It's sad to lose friends to anything.
Yeah.
Including the industry I just left.
Yeah.
That's a big thing because a lot of my friends that you are very close with as well.
Yeah.
We've lost to that industry. And unfortunately, they're not going to leave there, but that's okay. Maybe they'll get to the point. All I can do is encourage them.
Sure.
Try to build them. But I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna worry about you 24/7.
Yeah.
I'll help you if I can. I'll encourage you to do something better. But hey, man, if you just want to sit around, that's fine. Do you?
Sure. I was more or less talking about those you might encounter that'll be like, you're leaving? Why would you do that? Why would you leave? And they're not trying to. Well,